hooked in the game.
Give me a break, need another life. Oh, need another life, life. Give me a break, need another life.
The good news for Manchester United is that they're coming off 3 wins on the bounce. The bad news is the injuries are mounting, with Ella Toone and Jose both out for extended periods. But perseverance is the name of the game as they take on Palace from Old Trafford today. Manchester United have really hit their stride in the Women's Super League this season, mounting a late title charge, and are up against Crystal Palace here for match day 14 of the season. And it just seems that now things are starting to click at Old Trafford, especially for the women's side. And with the men's side practically sinking at this very moment, down in 12th place. By contrast, this Manchester United side are now becoming preliminary title challengers, but very much like Arsenal needed earlier in the season. They need Chelsea to drop points. Failing that, they need to beat Chelsea, and I believe it will be Old Trafford a little bit later in the season. That could turn into as very much a crucial game as the Arsenal City fixture was. It's the full strength side for Mike Skinner today, with Kerr and Ladd back in the midfield. Clinton is with Tierland as Jose is now out with that dreaded broken toe injury that Ella Toone suffered as well. So that's them both out now, and they're running out of kind of striking options. So Clinton plays behind Tierland today, but it's good that the good thing is Tierland is actually hitting a purple vein of form at the moment. So hopefully she won't go down and suffer the same injury that the previous 2 people have had that have played in her position. I think this could be almost the same side that faced Manchester United earlier this season. I think Manchester United at that point won by quite a high scoreline, I believe. The only teams they really struggled against was Arsenal and Chelsea at the beginning part of the season. So I think that pretty much assumes they beat everyone else, and Crystal Palace was one of them. And United starting to hit their stride defensively as well, even though they did concede against, I believe it was Spurs last time out. So a player to keep on will be Hannah Blundell, scoring 4 in her last 3 as well. It's not just coming from the front at Manchester United, it's coming from the defenders as well. And I think all round, like we said, things are starting to click at Old Trafford. And here we go. So Mike Skinner's injury list is pretty much mounting. And if Manchester United can bring something from the Arsenal playbook and fight through this adversity, they'll be fine. And tries to bring it one down. Manzari comes out and Ladd tumbles with her. We had a right old mess in the box. Fortunately for Palace, it ended up not being a goal on that occasion. To Tierland, they come forward again. And a good save by the keeper. I think Hayley Ladd's the one coming in here. There's the ball to Clinton, who chests it down. Oh, she's run out of space. She's been closed off there. All right, at least she keeps the ball ahead of Blundell there. Here's VJ. Clinton tackles Nolan, comes away with the ball. And to Tierland, who's got no one in support now, but she's gone down. And thankfully for Manchester United, she was straight back up to her feet. with there. It's turned again. Waits for support and gets it in the form of Hayley Ladd. Good save. Is she going to hit it off the rebound? She is, and United take the lead. Hayley Ladd of all people. Well, they may have lost Jeze and Toon for most of the season, if not the entirety of it, but United can still find other ways to score. It's a poor, real clearance by the keeper. She probably should have tried to put it more out. And Hayley Ladd doesn't need a second invitation to that. She needed one there, but she doesn't need a third, I guess. And United take the lead again as they are really hitting the scoring stride now. They had seven against City, 8 against Brighton, 4 against their last opponents, which I believe was Spurs. And that's 1-0 to Manchester United right out of the gate. 8 minutes in, and we already have a goal to speak of. Manchester United just hitting an incredible stride lately. Where has this come from? Well, Mike Skinner won't care as long as it's actually helping his team win a title. And like we've said before, what a story it would be for this women's side, which is still relatively young. I think they formed in 2019 to the Women's Super League. It's been a long time coming. I think Manchester United would have been one of the founders for women's football in this era, but it's taken them a while to be here, and now they're here, and they've had to watch the likes of Brighton and Chelsea and Arsenal dominate this league. Now they're forming a title challenge themselves this season. And everything is starting to click, finally, for Mike Skinner after a bit of an inconsistent start. And Clinton with a shot. And Maya Le Tissier, one of the founding blocks of this title challenge this season, even though she's missed most of the year with her injuries. But now she's picking up right where she left off, more or less. Stays on to Green. Now Arthur. Tackled by Marlon there. United have really upped the ante defensively as well. They were leaking goals, especially after conceding 2 against Arsenal and 4 against Chelsea. It's starting to look like a bit of a defensive calamities, but now they seem to have really tightened it up. And the signing of Kingsbury has proved absolutely vital as well. There to Clinton. Tried to pick out Tierland, but unfortunately, nothing doing there. There's Blundell with the cross, but Lazy picks it up. Samantha Kerr, what a header she had there. And now here's Clinton. Oh, that wasn't too far away. Blundell scored an absolute screamer against Spurs, I think. And I think Clinton wanted to emulate that. Galton also scored that spectacular free kick as well. United certainly have hit the free scoring button. And more of that, please, will be Mike Skinner's everyday team talk. And they certainly have heeded the message. There's a lot of space. Decides to pick out Hayley Ladd instead. She's not going to get there, unfortunately. She is going to get to tackle her, but it forces a goal kick, unfortunately. We've panned to the centre circle for the camera for some reason. Not sure why that's happened. We're back to the action now. And there's a foul against Clinton, strangely. Fall by Letitia, but only as far as Arthur. And here's Riley. And once again, Letitia, great defensive work. With a brilliant pass. Clinton's going to pick it up. Brilliant stuff. She's lost the ball, but she does get the throw in. Clinton with a delightful ball and Taylor. Oh! And she misses. Not really a sitter, but certainly a good opportunity. But it does result in a corner, so it was brilliantly saved by the keeper. I wish we got a replay of that. On to Riley. And VJ gets it clear, only as far as Rivera though. Clinton finds Tilland again. She misses another one at the other side now. All these Old Trafford stands have been named after the likes of Sir Bobby Charlton and Sir Alex Ferguson. Very, very poetically right and correct, that one. The biggest stand goes to the greatest manager of all time. I'm not afraid to say that. I will forever stand by that statement. I can guarantee you that. Probably some bias in that maybe, but it can also be the truth, even from a neutral's perspective if you do it right. It's very hard to even put a tally system when it comes to Sir Alex Ferguson and what he has won and what he has achieved, even in seasons he didn't. I think he was... I don't think he'd ever finished outside the top 3 in any of his years as Manchester United manager. Could be wrong about that though. It's just some, I think a stat that somebody else found. If you look deeper into it, the facts are there. And what a story it would be for Mike Skinner to achieve something that no manager of Manchester United, either man or woman, team, has ever achieved since 2013. The last time Manchester United won a league title. Final year of Sir Alex Ferguson. And one has come really that close since. There's going to be a couple of second place finishes for Jose Mourinho, and I believe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was pretty close. But this is certainly... Oh, and here's the save. Oh, she makes herself big. That's a beautiful save. Ajari, to be fair, has a wonderful save. Made herself big and forced the corner. Brilliant save. But yeah, Mike Skinner, if he becomes the first league title winner for Manchester United in over a decade, it's only going to put him in some folklore that the fans have missed for a while. They truly do have a team to cheer here this year, because this year for the men's side has been a bit of a sinking feeling for the majority of it. There's Woodham. Certainly not free scoring much today, but they do have that goal lead. Yeah, gave it away to Fox there. Samantha Kerr to Merlin. Clinton, she's picked out Tillen very well here. Tillen tries to turn and run away, but she's been tackled at the last moment. Clinton well tackled. And then runs herself into the opposing player, and then there's all sorts of mix-up. And Palace have come away with the ball. And then to Arthur, to Nolan again. Tizier goes back to her keeper. Kingsbury conceded her first goal as United goalkeeper after 2 back-to-back clean sheets. She'll be able to regain that goalkeeping form that she showed so early on in her Manchester United career so far. It's only been 3 games, of course, 4 if you include this one. Actually, it's 4. Double check there for a moment. Well, this wet pitch is certainly telling, but Manchester United will take the fact that they have the lead as we head towards half-time. Angel. And cut out magnificently there by Janssen. Read the play wonderfully there. Kingsbury with a great pass. Dylan decides to turn and start running. Galton's with it. Galton has a shred of space. She's beaten her opponent for pace. Galton's going to shoot from there. Oh. And that is the end of the first half. Manchester United really on top of this one. And another goal. And another one for Hayley Ladd. As the scoring options up front continue to run out, everyone else is doing their part. But United not free scoring this one. They're only up by a goal to 0 at the break. Welcome back to Old Trafford. On the only weekends, only days of the weekend where Manchester United can have some cheer from their fans. As the ladies' team are up by a goal to 0, we have Bezek coming on as a second half substitute. And Manchester United have been pretty much on top of this game the whole time through. And here is Bizet now. Bizet decides to cut into the box, very much like a Bukayo Saka. And unfortunately for her, that didn't work out. And there's also a Palace substitution happening as Riley has gone off. And Weirden is the one that's come on. I think she started the previous match between these two. This one gets past Rivera here. Gets into the box. And cleared away by Janssen. As Manchester United continue to be really strong with Laetitia and Janssen in defence. Even Millie Turner puts in her own shift. Gage to Arthur. To Tierland. Galton is to her left. She's picked her out. Galton does brilliantly to keep the ball. Finds Tierland. Oh, and the critical rash. Defender overcommitted. It's a good save by the keeper. But United probably should be about 2 or 3 up by now. That was a golden opportunity. Tierland should have certainly made more of that one. She was given the space by the Palace defender, overcommitting. Blundell has been tremendous so far. Lost the captaincy to Kingsbury, but it definitely has given her a new lease of life in the goal-scoring department. And here is Leah Galton again, and she's going to hit that off the rebound, 2-0. And Leah Galton scores. And she's another one who's been scoring for fun this year. And they are picking up the void that Jeze and Toon's injuries have left behind. Which is exactly what they were made to do. Leah Galton has got her fair share of classics this year. Contenders for goal of the season for sure. And Manchester United up by 2 goals to 0 with their 2 best goal scorers out for an extended period of time. This has got to be a good sign for United this season. It is finally starting to work. And here's Marlon. And cleared away by Fox in the end. Ladd, great challenge. Now Bizet. Rivera comes across from the right back position. Bizet has found it. It's beautiful play from United here. And Mackenzie and Ladd collided in the air there. Thankfully, they seem both okay. That was a real fight for the ball there. Oh, Bizet, what a pass. Tierland's away again. Can she finally put it in the back of the net this time? She gives it off to Galton. And Galton gives it to Ladd, and Ladd goes down, and I think she hurt her leg there. And that might be a worse injury than the others. That really looked like it hurt. Tiernan now. Ladd struggling to get to her feet, and she was the goal scorer in the first half. As Mike Skinner continues to have his injuries mount up. And that is not good news. And that really looked like it was quite painful. I have to hope that that is okay. But now, Galton, what a brilliant touch. And she's going to shoot from there. Straight to the keeper, though. And United starting to rev up the gears. Ladd is struggling. And that's another. She's not been the premier goal scorer that Jeze or Toon have, but Hayley Ladd's got hers. And now she looks to be struggling as well. Oh, the injuries keep mounting for Mike Skinner's team. And just as it was starting to click and go right, and Galton's got 8 for the season. Ladd's got, I think, around in the 5s. Oh, what a shame. That's 3 top players for United out now. At least for a period. It's probably the dreaded broken toe injury that EAFC likes to use. And Samantha Kerr tries to shot from the outside. And that puts Skinner down. 2 midfielders now, because Toon is more of a number 10. Ladd's more in the defensive role. So that's 2 midfielders now down. And Jeze limiting the striking options. Only Rachel Williams and Tiernan to replace her. And Ladd, very much like Jeze, is trying not to have it show, but she does get an assist and finds Tiernan for goal 3. And United look home and dry on this one, in the wet today. Probably a bad choice of words. Oh, Hayley Ladd, it was a good pass here, but she really grimaced with her foot. It could be that cursed broken toe, which is a standard EAFC injury. You don't want to see it, though. And what a shame. But the good thing is, United are 3 goals to the good, but Ladd will have to make way for Nolsson. And she really grimaced in pain as she took that pass. She gets the assist, but that's her last action. And now, United really have to persevere as much as they possibly can. But just as it was starting to click, now the injuries are piling up. And Maya Letitia just came back from one recently. And I think if it is all broken toes that EAFC, like the injury the EAFC Gabe likes to give to other players on injuries, that might take those 3 out to maybe the end of the season, if not right at the end of the season. So if Manchester United can persevere until then, it really is going to beg a question with all their top players going down. What shape are they going to be in for that game against Chelsea? And that other game against Arsenal where they were blown off the park? It's those two that they really had their worst performances of the season. William gets tackled by Letitia. The ball's out for a corner. Nolan comes on for Gibbons. Kingsbury has such a good right foot on it. And taking goal kicks, that's for sure. And there's a Galton. Tiernan is in the box. Galton's going to pick her out. Mackenzie just about getting there, I think. Her to visit. Nelson. Tiernan, and Tiernan's gone down now. She shoots back up. Visit with a great tackle. Is she going to pick out Tiernan? No, go alone. She's going to go alone. She probably should have picked her out, but maybe there was a fear of offside there. Samantha Kerr now finds Visit. And United still clicking and playing well. Oh, Bizet. Oh, that was unfortunate. But even still, played very well today, Manchester United. It's almost like a switch has been flicked on. And now it's starting to work. Tilland has 9 goals for the year so far. Here is Bizet again. And beating over our opponent. Bizet towards the box, but it goes wide to Nelson instead. It's going to end up with Tilland, who's going to get pushed by McKenzie. No foul given. It would have been very harsh if it had been given a foul and a penalty at that time. 68, another brilliant tackle. Tap to her collection, but she's giving the ball away there. Janssen, though, backs her up. To Kerr, to Tilland. It's beautiful passing from Manchester United. And the shot was deflected out for a corner, I believe. Blundell score from this one. Bizet takes it. Blundell does end up with it and does score from it. Hannah Blundell is a corner specialist. And that is 5 in 3 now for Hannah Blundell. She continues to thrive, especially off corners. Well, not the most aerially well taken corners, but it always ends up with Blundell. And what a strike by the left back. Hit like a true striker. In off the post as well. Beautiful goal. And it's 4 now for United. Well, they're losing their players hand over fist due to injuries, but they still continue to have high scoring games. United 4, Palace 0 now. It's 5 in 13 matches for Blundell and 5 in about 4. She's hit her scoring form. Galton has gone down. That might be a real, at that point putting Woodham in real trouble. And looked a very crunching challenge. It is a red card. Lily Woodham is off. And I think that's well deserved as well. And another sending off in our coverage. We're going to break records at this rate. I don't think we've ever seen this many cards in our coverage on football before. This is certainly a record-breaking season in that regard. It's not something you really want to see with ill discipline, but Manchester United, well, that's just made their job a heck of a lot easier now. Wooden red card. Well, Crystal Palace have to play the last 6 minutes with 10 women, and I don't think they're really going to be able to do much with it. United might go into free scoring mode now. Here's Tilland with a strike. Good save by the keeper. United have already won up at half time. They've scored another 3 since. Very much like Arsenal, they can flick a switch on and they also for some can go to free scoring mode. And you have to think United are preliminary title challengers now with the way it's going. Because it's all of a sudden it's clicked and it's working. Tilland's offside. You've got to admire the attempt. Great pass from Galton, but unfortunately the run was just timed a little too early. Shot there by Palace, but outside the box. And Kingsbury is 2 minutes away from 3 clean sheets out of 4. And she has certainly proven a vital signing for this United side. Very much like Alexander Isak has done for Arsenal, Kingsbury's done for United. He has changed this team completely. Galton to Bizic. Here's Bizic with the shot. Good save. And cleared by McKenzie. 4 minutes of added on time. Letitia with a great header. Even if Palace do get the ball. Look at that smothering on defence. Pressing style from United. It's starting to work now. Starting to work wonders as well. On to Galton. He's all to Arthur. Trying to keep it amongst themselves, but Nelson comes up with it. And Manchester United with another high-scoring win. And their third or fourth in a row since the break. 4-0 winners today. And all of a sudden, this women's side is starting to work and starting to click. But the injuries are mounting. But it seems that they've got still something in reserve. Hopefully they can keep this up. And Mike Skinner may just do what no other Manchester United manager has had to do in 10 years. It's been a long wait, but it's edging ever closer. But they need Chelsea to drop points. They're winning today by 4-0. So let's take a look at all the other scores from the weekend's games. West Ham 2, Brighton 0, Leicester 0, Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2, Everton 1, which keeps them at the top of the table still for now. Arsenal beating Spurs by 4-0. Finally gone right there for Arsenal this weekend. Liverpool finally getting another win on the board against Manchester City of all places by 2-1. So Chelsea still lead the Super League table by 2 points from United, and now City are 2 points behind them, and there's a big 10-point swing between third and fourth, very much like the men's Premier League this season. Arsenal now in fifth, with Leicester City sixth, Everton seventh, and Spurs in eighth. Liverpool finally getting that win on the board, but I think it leaves them still at the bottom, filling out the rest of it. Brighton 9th, Palace 10th, and Aston Villa 11th. Liverpool's win takes them to within a point of off the bottom now. But it's still a bit of a ways behind Crystal Palace. It's going to be a bit tight there down at the bottom, I would think, though.